scheduled as a lightweight fight. Will be held at a catch weight because Chris Hunter came in a couple pounds over. Chris Hunter, Max Mies. We sent it up to Jake Digman for to bring out our first fighter.
The following contest is in the RFO lightweight division, and it is brought to you by the United States Army. Introducing first, making his way down the aisle into the blue corner, please welcome Chris Hunter.
I'm sorry, the fight was actually scheduled to be featherweight, and it got moved up to lightweight. But Chris Hunter comes in, the Hawk, 1-1 record, 20 years old, from Blackout MMA, born and raised in Dresden, Ohio, coming off a win, submission, back in September. He's only been training for about a year. And coming into this fight, John, he wants to work on keeping his hands up and working on his jab, keeping distance. He's a much taller fighter, as we'll see when we hit the tail of the tape. But, interesting side note, he said that on social media, Max Mies has been talking a lot of trash. And the goal for Chris Hunter is to humble Max Mies.
He comes in here, I mean, absolutely, you know, he fought Justin Julian, went to a decision. I'm a big fan of amateurs who go the distance, because you know when you go three-minute rounds as an amateur, you understand what your cardio is or isn't. And he understands now what it is. And then he got his victory over John Wirtz by submission via guillotine choke, and that is huge. That experience is so much. And you can see he is a very tall fighter.
He's 6 foot, 155 pounds is Chris Hunter. We saw in the background Max Mies warming up now. 2 fights already into the cage, John, and Max Mies making his debut. What type of experience and advantage does that give Chris the Hawk Hunter?
I think it gives him all the advantage in the world.
He's got new shorts.
Every amateur understands, and I've been there.
That's his new roommate there.
30 seconds, 45 seconds into the first round, your legs give. You feel like you are absolutely destroyed. But trust in your training. Understand those legs are going to come back. And when you're making your debut,
Who?
question that. You're going to say, hey,
Huh?
I don't have legs.
Yeah.
I'm done. But if you have good training and you've got a good coach, you're okay. So that's what he needs to rely on right now.
Now we talk about advantages in the cage, we talk about experience in the cage, and then we talk about experience in the training room and in growing up. That's what we're going to get from Max Mies. Let's bring him out.
And his opponent, making his way down the aisle to the red corner, please welcome Max Mies.
Now Max Mies, his dad owns Chuck Mies Martial Arts. He's been with Evolve for a year now. So he has that experience of fighting in the cage. He's making his debut. However, John Cook, the head coach of Evolve, we just saw him win an award in the cage along with some of his fighters. He calls Max Mies a man-child. And he says he hangs on the ground with everybody in the Evolve gym. As we take a look at the tail of the tape, there's that height advantage. 6'1" Chris Hunter, 5'8" Mies. And Mies, only 18 years old, but as a blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He's participated in one smoker and numerous grappling tournaments.
Yeah, but you're coming out of it, you can see he's training with Jessica Zomchik right there. Jessica the Zombie Zomchik. I mean, he's got great training partners over there in Evolve, and he's absolutely going to be ready to go. And one of the things John Cook will not do, he will not put somebody into the cage who is not ready.
And John, I don't mean to cut you off, but he looks like he has a tattoo of John Gunther on his arm as well.
Yes, he does.
That's not John Gunther, but it looks just like him. And John, I will say this. I made a bit of a minor mistake. When I said that John Cook said he could hang on the ground with anybody in the gym, he said, except Josh Roller. But you need guys like Josh Roller, who's one of the best in the state on the ground in jiu-jitsu, to push yourself and get to that level where Max Mies wants to be. Mies is in the cage. We send up to Jake Digman for the official introductions.
The following contest is in the RFO lightweight division, and it is brought to you by the United States Army. Introducing first in the blue corner, He fights out of Dresden, Ohio. He weighed in at 151 pounds, representing Blackout MMA with an MMA record of a 1 win, 1 loss. Please welcome Chris Hawk Hunter. His opponent in the red corner, he fights out of Dover, Ohio. He weighed in at 148 pounds, representing Team Chaos and Evolve MMA, making his MMA debut. Please welcome Max the Spider Mees. This bout is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds, and the execution referee is Mr. Ty Wheeler.
Got a big grudge match in the lightweight division. It's Chris the Hawk Hunter in the black trunks. Max Meese in the red with black and white. Ty Wheeler, third man in the cage. I'm Ryan Cavanaugh. John the Champ Sturmack next to me. Max Meese comes out. There's the glove touch. Meese, southpaw. Hunter, orthodox. And Hunter wants to work on his range. I'm sorry, John.
I was going to say, you can tell immediately the height differential.
Well, there's a left hand that gets underneath for Meese. Oh, and there's an underhook. Good job by Chris Hunter to dig for an underhook. Oh, and Meese pulls guard and rolls.
Does a great job of getting the back. Can he sustain it? No, he cannot.
Overpowering by Hunter. And look at him again. Wow.
But here we go, back and forth, back and forth.
And he's got a head and arm choke. Max Meese with a head and arm choke. Can he finish?
I don't think he's got it deep enough right now.
Oh, and Hunter's out. John Cook did say that Max Meese has a bad attitude. And when he gets on top of him, he's a savage. He's going to go for the finish. He's got an arm isolated, but he's against the cage. And there's a tap. Max Meese, first round submission. Wow, impressive work.
Got him in the arm bar.
A good sportsmanship shown by both. As they come together, they touch gloves, they hug. But wow.
Yeah, spit your fucking thing out. He blooded your fucking nose.
Mounts a right sweep, immediate armbar. Very impressive.
And there's a bad attitude Cook was telling me about. Take a look at this. And it's actually Chris Hunter who has his arm trapped, and he rolls with it.
And he sets it up with the strikes, and it was immediate.
Beautiful work by Max Meese. And that's the way you make up a debut, John.
Absolutely. I mean, he looked like a veteran out there. Set it up with the strikes and went right. As soon as he felt the arm coming up to defend himself, took that arm bar, fight over. And Ben Trukovich is going to come into the ring here, and wow, what a debut.
I believe Max Meese might have been just getting sick in the corner there, and they clean that up. Usually that happens before the fight. But this time it happened afterwards. That's one way to celebrate. Hey, he's 18 years old. Let's cut him some slack, right?
I can't fault him. After I fought here at RFO, I got a victory. I went back. Jason Dent was like, congratulations. Other good friends were patting me on the back. I just ran out the back door and I just hurled.
Here we go. Let's send up to Jake Dickman.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee Ty Wheeler calls a stop to the action at 1 minute and 13 seconds of the first round. Declaring your winner by armbar submission, Max the Spider Meese.
Why do you think I was born?
Huh?
You with your man, Max Meese got some slick transitions into the armbar. You were all over his back. Even though you lost your lunch there at the end, how's it feel to get your first win, brother?
It feels great, you know. I trained hard for this. plenty of animals of my team Evolve I train with. This guy was nothing compared to them. You know, each and every one of them was killer. Team Chaos down in New Philly, you know. It's a great gym if you're around there. I owe all this to them, you know. Without them, I wouldn't be here.
Right on, brother. You got a bright future in front of you, man. Let's hear it for your winner, Max Meese.